From the brand new Phillipsburg High School Gymnasium on the campus of Phillipsburg High School in Lopatcon Township, New Jersey, Stateliner Sports Network proudly presents Phillipsburg High School Wrestling. This afternoon, it is the semifinals of the Hunterdon Sussex Warren Tournament. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mike Moore, and along with Bob Kerp, we'll be bringing you all the hold-by-hold of today's semifinal round and the finals to follow. Phillipsburg Wrestling is brought to you on the Stateliner Sports Network by Rothman Orthopedics, proud to be the exclusive partner of the NJSIAA and to support Stateliner Athletics. Visit RothmanOrtho.com to make an appointment and stop dealing with pain. Get back to truly living. By Ahart, Frinzy & Smith, recognized as one of the leading insurance agencies in the United States. Find out more at afsinsurance.com. By Urco Credit Union, 450 Hillcrest Boulevard in Phillipsburg and 2240 Northampton Street in Easton. Great rates, low fees. Clean up those after the holidays bills with a low-cost personal loan. And visit us at urcocu.com. By Buxton Athletic Training Center in Randolph, New Jersey, for all of your wrestling training needs year-round. World-class coaching and top-notch wrestlers of all ages. Follow them on Instagram at Buxton Athletics and on Facebook at Buxton Athletic Training Center. By the Firth Youth Center, a proud promoter of youth athletics. Find them at www.firthyouthcenter.com. Follow the Stateliners on Facebook at Phillipsburg HS Wrestling. By Open Mic, for exclusive coverage of the Stateliners and the entire Hunterdon Warren Sussex area, follow Mike Weileman's blog at mikeopen.blogspot.com. And by Welcome to the Pit, a history of Phillipsburg wrestling is available. Order yours on Amazon today. We start the semifinals. Hunterdon Central leading the way with 7 semifinalists. Pope John has 6, as does Phillipsburg and Voorhees. We have Delaware Valley with 4. Newton has 4. Sparta has 4. Warren Hills has 3. Kittatinny has 3. Hopatcong and Lenape Valley with 2 each, and 1 each for Belvedere, High Point, North Warren. Hackettstown and Wallkill Valley were shut out of the semifinals. So in this semifinal round, we have the top seed, Brent Unger of Hunterdon Central, a sophomore 14-0, facing Dan Hawes of Lenape Valley, the 5th seed. He's a freshman 16-2, and Bob will be keeping track of Mat 2. It'll be Nathan Fitt of Newton, the 2 seed, and Shane Purcellet of Pope John. He, the sophomore, is the 2 seed. 120. Public address announcer Ed Mancinelli trying to line up all the wrestlers. Went for 6 mats in the first 2 rounds, now at 4 mats for the semis. The Phillipsburg wrestlers in the semifinals are Travis Jones, Kyle Tino, Cody Harrison, TJ Abode, Jake Wicks, who pinned the 3 seed from Hunterdon Central in the quarterfinal round, and Austin Roth. So the 6 Stateliners in the semifinal round. Good crowd on hand here at Phillipsburg High School this afternoon, and this one of the certainly one of the finest county wrestling tournaments, and certainly among the most well-run. Got started right away this morning at 9 o'clock. It was approximately 10:25 when the quarterfinals started. We had an approximately 30-minute break at the conclusion of the quarterfinals in order to take down 2 mats and open the east set of bleachers. And we'll be about ready to go. Our referees today, we have Doug Hess, Barry Jackson, Joe Benvenuto, Frank Leitner, Stu Cohn, Russ Scarice, and Lou Riccardi. Going to have Frank Leitner be the referee for this first bout at 106 between Unger and Hawes. Most of the top seeds came through and many of the fourths. And I think they did a pretty good job with the seeding. That was all done yesterday to get us to this round. 113 will have Quinn Malofchik of Belvedere and Devin Liebel of High Point, Frank Diesso of North Hunterdon, Cooper Stort of Sparta. 120, Eddie Ventresca of Pope John, Colton Washleski of Hunterdon Central, Aiden Taylor of Voorhees, Spencer Stort of Sparta. 126, Jack Bauer of Hunterdon Central, Hunter Reinhardt of Voorhees, Jojo Latruglio of Newton, and Garrett Stort of Sparta. 132, Travis Jones of Phillipsburg, Chris Wong of Sparta, Kaya Semen of Pope John, AJ DeRosa of Delaware Valley. 138, Jojo Aragona of Pope John, Evan Klimas of North Hunterdon, Anthony Romanello of Hunterdon Central, Eric Fellini of Lenape Valley. 145, Kyle Tino of Phillipsburg, Chris Oster of Warren Hills, Matt Garcia of Pope John, Vince Romanello of Hunterdon Central. 152, Cody Harrison of Phillipsburg, Sean Kramer of Hopatcong, and Anthony DeRosa of Delaware Valley, and Wyatt McCarthy of Newton. And we are underway in this first bout on mat 1. Brett Unger of Hunterdon Central, the top seed, and the 5 seed, Dan Hawes of Lenape Valley. There is a takedown for Unger. Sophomore 14-0, leading 2-0. Also one of the top-ranked wrestlers in the state at this weight class, and number 1, according to NJ.com, and Unger has him on his back. Referee is Frank Leitner in this bout. Right hand tight waist, and he has control of the left elbow, and there's the hazard tilt by Unger. Frank Leitner counting out the back points. Got at least a 2 count there. There's 2 back points for Unger. And the Hunterdon Central sophomore is on top 4-0, and he has Hawes on his back again. That got a 5 count with Frank Leitner. 3 back points for Unger, and he now leads 7-0. There's an escape for Hawes. 7-1. And they go off the mat across the way. 38 seconds to go here in the first period.
Just underway at 106, Shane Pursley of Pope John and Nathan Fitt of Newton scoreless in the first period.
Unger trying to get in on the left leg. In on a double and has a takedown. 9-1 advantage for Unger. Final 15 seconds of the first. Final 5, and he will ride out here and take a 9-1 lead after 1. Unger on top, 9-1 after 1. Hawes defers. Unger of the Red Devils will take down to start the second. Unger trying to, picks up on both legs, maintains control, gets a takedown to go up 11-1. Right hand tight waist. Working a hazard, 2 count. Unger's going to get a couple more back points here. He breaks the hold. 2 back points. 13-1 Unger. Trying to work a hazard again. 1 count, 2. 2 more back points as they go off, and it is 15-1 Unger.
Pope John's Shane Pursley with a 3-2 lead over Nathan Fitt of Newton after 1.
Unger's going to cut him on the escape, 15-2. 1 minute to wrestle here in the second. Unger looking at an arm drag. Tries to tie up the left arm. Here's the throw for a takedown, and now Unger has him on his back, and that'll be stopped with the takedown and the technical fall in 3:14, 17-2. Technical fall for Brett Unger of Hunterdon Central.
Shane Pursley now up 6-2 over Nathan Fitt of Newton. We have 1:20 to go in the second period. Pursley with a pair of takedowns, one in the first, one in the second, a pair of escapes. Fitt had the first takedown of the match, but it's been Pursley since then. As they're back underway, and now stopping again. Caution called by the referee.
All right, we're underway in the 1:13. Quinn Malofchik of Belvedere, Devin Liebel of High Point. Joe Benvenuto is the referee for this bout. Malofchik is the top seed. He's a senior 11-0. Liebel, the 4 seed, a junior 13-4. No advantage so far. Front head and arm by Malofchik. And Liebel wanted a barrel roll, couldn't get that. Malofchik trying to underhook the left shoulder at the edge of the mat. And a takedown for Malofchik. And he's got some back points coming. Malofchik trying to get more on the right shoulder as they're at the edge of the mat, and that'll be a 5-point play for Quinn Malofchik of Belvedere, and he is on top 5-0. Liebel getting set. Left hand tight waist by Malofchik. Trying to work a 2-on-1, and now just wants to check back Liebel. Right hand tight, now left hand tight waist. Chopping at that right, the upper right arm. And Malofchik maintains control. Final 10 seconds here of the first. Liebel tried a roll, but Malofchik maintains control. Liebel stands. Malofchik brings him down. That's the end of the first period. It's a 5-0 lead for Quinn Malofchik of Belvedere after 1 here at 1:13.
Across the way at 106, Pope John's Shane Pursley still up 6-2 over Nathan Fitt of Newton. Pursley now riding in the third period.
Malofchik underneath to start the second. Liebel was trying to lock up a cross-face cradle. Malofchik stands. Malofchik controls the left wrist. Trying to come out and face Liebel. Liebel trying to work a butt drag to maintain control here. Malofchik wants to pick that off and get his neutral. Malofchik trying to work a throw. They're neutral, and now Liebel trying to use a whizzer to power Malofchik on by. That's unsuccessful. 6-0 lead for Malofchik after the escape. Malofchik is trying to work a front head and arm, and a stalemate's called by referee Joe Benvenuto.
Still 6-2, Shane Pursley over Nathan Fitt. Now a minute to go in the battle.
Wrestlers circle each other to the right. Minute to wrestle here in the second. Liebel got in momentarily on a leg, then Malofchik wanted a headlock, couldn't finish that. Liebel has Malofchik's right leg. Malofchik trying to reach back with a whizzer on the edge of the mat. trying to pick up the right leg. Now Malovchik trying to step across Liebel, and they are off. 35 seconds to go here in the second. 6-0 lead for Quinn Malovchik of Belvedere over Devin Liebel of High Point. Circle each other to the right, and Malovchik getting in on the left leg. Malovchik has a takedown, and he leads 8-0. Malovchik 5th ranked in this weight class by NJ.com. Malovchik reaching inside for a wrist. Final 10 seconds here of the second. Tries to check back Liebel. Has the right arm barred as they stand. And that's the end of the second period. It's 8-0 Malovchik after 2.
Shane Pursley of Pope John, the other winner at 106. A 6-2 final over Newton's Nathan Fitt. Pursley, the second seed, advancing to the finals.
So that'll be Pursley and Unger in the final. Neutral here in the third, and Malovchik picks up on a leg. Has Liebel's left leg, pressure on the head by Liebel. Malovchik picks up Liebel's left leg, and he's got a takedown, and Malovchik is up 10-0 over Devin Liebel of High Point. Right hand tight waist and the left elbow. Malovchik keeping his weight up high. Malovchik maintaining control. Just starting now on mat 2, it's Frank Diesso of North Hunterdon and Cooper Stewart of Spartan, the other semi at 113. Malovchik near a takedown, and he's got a takedown and has Liebel on his back. A body press. Looking in is Joe Benvenuto, trying to get more on the left shoulder. Malovchik cupping under the chin. Trying to pick up on the head, now snaps Liebel back again on the fall. Comes in 5:23 for Quinn Malovchik. Malovchik of Belvedere into the finals at 113.
45 seconds to go, first period at 113 with North Hunterdon's Frank Diesso and Cooper Stewart of Sparta. They are scoreless.
And our first semi at 120 will be Eddie Ventresca of Pope John, the top seed, and Colton Washleski of Hunterdon Central, the 4. Ventresca is a junior, 18-1. Washleski is a sophomore, 15-1. Barry Jackson will be the referee for this bout. Tied up outside the center, 20 seconds in. Ventresca trying to reach for a leg, can't pull it in. Arm drag by Ventresca. Can't finish that. And trying to work a Russian tie. And Ventresca spinning around has the takedown. He's on top 2-0. Ventresca trying to run a half Nelson from the right side. Wants to claw on the left shoulder of Washleski. Near the edge of the mat, Ventresca has Washleski in a sitting position. Maintaining control with that left wrist and his weight high on the back of Hunterdon Central's Colton Washleski. Final 30 seconds here of the first. Trying to work a tilt. And Ventresca will take him off the mat at 12 seconds to go in the first.
They've wrestled 3 minutes at 113, still scoreless between North Hunterdon's Frank Diesso and Sparta's Cooper Stewart. Now an escape for North Hunterdon as they are wrestling neutral here in the second.
Hazard tilt by Ventresca on the whistle. Did not get a 2 count. Trying to work that hazard again. Got a 2 count. He's going to get 2 back points as the first period comes to an end. Eddie Ventresca of Pope John with a 4-0 lead over Colton Washleski of Hunterdon Central.
Sparta's Cooper Stewart just got a takedown, so he's now up 2-1 over Frank Diesso of North Hunterdon at 113.
Ventresca underneath to start the second. Stands right away. Tears the hands apart, and in 5 seconds he is out. And Ventresca leads 5-0. Ventresca trying to get in on a leg. And Washleski trying to get in on Ventresca's right leg. Ventresca picking up on the right ankle of Washleski. Near the edge of the mat. Ventresca hanging on to that left leg of Washleski and gets the takedown at the edge of the mat. Ventresca goes up 7-0 after the takedown. Washleski set. Left hand tight waist for Ventresca. Ventresca wants to work a hazard to the left. Has control with the right arm, pulling that across the body. Now works him out to his right with that. Washleski able to roll on through. .45 seconds to go here in the second with Ventresca on top 7-0. Going to try and load up a hazard again as it reaches for control of the wrist. Washleski tried to stand. There's a tilt by Ventresca. 1 count, that's all. Washleski gets to his knees. Final 10 seconds here of the second. Washleski stands. Ventresca dives in on that left ankle at the edge of the mat. He will pick up on that leg and he maintains control ahead 7-0 after 2.
Sparta's Cooper Stewart up 3-1. They have 40 seconds to go at 113 over Frank Diesso of North Hunterdon.
And we're going to get a little blood time for Eddie Ventresca. Ventresca from Pope John in a first-round bye, and then pinned Phillipsburg's Joey Inamorato in a quarterfinal round in 4.5 minutes. Washleski with a first-round bye, and then in the quarters an 18-1 technical fall over Alex Davia of North Warren, and then in the quarters a 6-2 win over Connor Robinson of North Hunterdon.
Sparta's Cooper Stewart hangs on to win at 113, 3-1 over North Hunterdon's Frank Diesso. It was a second period takedown. That was the difference for Stewart.
That'll be Belvedere and Sparta in the finals at 113. All right, back to it here at 120. Eddie Ventresca, Pope John, a 7-0 lead over Colton Washleski of Hunterdon Central. And they'll just be beginning the other 120 semi on mat 2. That'll be Aiden Taylor of Voorhees and Spencer Stewart of Sparta. Ventresca trying to snap on the head and spin. Off they go neutral at 1:37. Barry Jackson, the referee for this one, being assisted by Doug Hess. Arm drag attempted by Washleski, then Ventresca wanted a barrel roll, then a power shrug. Washleski in on a double at the edge, trying to now pull in Ventresca by the left leg. Ventresca gets control of Washleski's right wrist, and they go off neutral in 1:18.
Spencer Stort for Sparta with a takedown here in the first period. He's up 2-0 over Aiden Taylor of Voorhees at 120.
Ventresca trying to tie up the right wrist of Washleski. Under a minute to go here in the third period. There's a snap by Ventresca trying to spin around behind. Coming up on the 40-second mark there, Ventresca tries to shrug him on by and gets the takedown at the edge. 9-0 lead for Eddie Ventresca of Pope John. He has 3 takedowns, 2 back points on a tilt and an escape for his 9. Washleski getting set. Left hand, tight waist. Tries to underhook the right shoulder. Washleski stands. Ventresca brings him back down, breaks him down with 30 seconds to go. Ventresca with his weight high on the back of Washleski, cupping him under the chin and trying to turn Washleski to his left. Under 15 seconds to go in the bout. Ventresca maintaining control here. And the Pope John Jr. will win a 9-0 decision, 9-0 major decision at 120. Eddie Ventresca of Pope John over Colton Washleski of Hunterdon Central.
First period complete at 120. Spencer Stort of Sparta riding out Aiden Taylor of Voorhees. He's up 2-0, and Spencer Stort will take down to start the second period.
At 126, I will be watching Jack Bauer, the top seed of Hunterdon Central, a senior 13-2, and Hunter Reinhardt of Voorhees, the 4th seed. He's a senior 18-2. Doug Hess will be the referee for this bout. Circle each other to the right. Bauer picked up a win number 100 in his career earlier today. Bauer underhooks the left shoulder of Reinhardt. He's in that Hunterdon Central red and black. Voorhees in the maroon and gold trim. Wrestler circle to the left. Just about a minute gone here in the first period, and neither wrestler close to a takedown so far. Coming up on the 45-second mark to go in a scoreless first. Bauer of Hunterdon Central, Reinhardt of Voorhees. No stalling warnings. Here's a leg shot attempted by Bauer, trying to pull the left leg in on Reinhardt. Can't pull it in, and they're back to the center. Circling each other to the left. Final 10 seconds here of a scoreless first at 126. And the first period ends scoreless between Jack Bauer of Hunterdon Central, Hunter Reinhardt of Voorhees.
Second period coming to a close across the way at 120 with Spencer Stewart of Sparta up 4-0 over Aiden Taylor of Voorhees. Stewart scored a reversal here in the second period. And as they go to the third, Aiden Taylor is choosing top.
Jack Bauer taking underneath for Hunterdon Central here in the second. Stands right away. He is out in 4 seconds. Bauer of Hunterdon Central with a 1-0 lead. Circle each other to the right. And neither one came close to a takedown in that first period. Bauer had a leg shot at the edge of the mat. Unable to convert. The Red Devils ranked 4th in the state as a team, according to NJ.com. Bergen Catholic, #1 in the state. Paulsboro 2, Howell 3. There's a shrug by Reinhardt, now blocked off by Bauer. Bauer's around behind, and Bauer has a takedown. And a 3-0 lead for Hunterdon Central. We have 5 of the top 20 in action in this Hunterdon Sussex Warren tournament here today. Hunterdon Central at 4, Phillipsburg at 8. High Point is at 9. North Hunterdon is at 19. Pope John is at 6. Bauer trying to work a lever. Reinhardt stands, and they go off the mat with Bauer still in control with 32 seconds to wrestle in the second.
40 seconds to go across the way at 120. Spencer Stewart of Sparta leading 7-0 over Aiden Taylor of Voorhees. Stewart riding in the third period with an escape and a takedown.
Bauer, left hand tight waist on the whistle with Reinhardt. Trying to look for a cradle behind the right knee. Now a roll by Reinhardt. Bauer maintaining control. 10 seconds to wrestle here in the second. Bauer with an escape and takedown in the second period. And he leads 3-0.
We are complete across the way. Sorry, Mike, at 120 with Spencer Stewart of Sparta, a 7-0 winner. He's the 2 seed over the 3 seed Aiden Taylor of Voorhees.
So we have gone 1-2 in the first 3 weight classes. Bauer in control here in the third. Minute 44 to go here in the bout. Travis Jones of Phillipsburg is on deck at 132. One of 6 state liners in the semifinals. Hunterdon Central led the way with 7. Voorhees had 6. Pope John 6. North Hunterdon 6. Bauer maintaining control here with 40 seconds gone in the third. An effective ride of Voorhees Hunter Reinhardt. Bauer maintaining control, controlling that left wrist. There's a stalling call on Bauer on top. First warning for stalling. Hunterdon Central this year will be in District 18, and Voorhees will be in District 14. So they will find themselves in different regions as well. Left hand tight waist by Bauer. Reinhardt stands, he's out. On the escape, 3-1 Bauer with just under a minute to go in the bout. Reinhardt has to be the aggressor. Trailing by 2. Wrestler's kind of very cautious at this point, and again, it's Reinhardt's got to be the one to go after him. He's got 30 seconds to get a takedown. They tie up right in the center. Reinhardt dives in, half a shot, and Bauer took a blow to the face or the right eye, and that'll be stopped for some injury time for Jack Bauer.
Across the way at 126, Sparta's Garrett Stort with a first period takedown. He's up 2-0 over Newton's Jojo Latruglio near the end of the first period. And Stort tries to ride with a bar, but time will expire. So it's 2-0 Stort after one.
Bauer may have gotten cut above his right eye. So while they take care of that blood time, Bob, you can stay with that one on mat 2.
So Stort of Sparta with a 2-0 lead. He is down to start period number 2 as they are underway.
Bauer is holding a bandage above his right eye as he gets some training attention here. Let's see if they're going to wrap that up. Yeah, they're bringing out some tape. They're going to try and wrap that up.
Stort just scored a reversal, so he is now up 4-0 over Jojo Latruglio of Newton. Stort looked good in the first period with a quick ankle pick takedown. He is a junior, 16-1, the 2 seed. Latruglio, a 6 seed. As a sophomore, he is 12-5. They've got a minute and 15 to go here in period number 2. With Stort now turning Latruglio over with a bar, and there is the fall. It comes in a minute 53. Excuse me, 2 minutes, 53 seconds for Garrett Stort of Sparta. He will advance as the 2 seed into the finals at 126, defeating Newton's Jojo Latruglio, and that's the first pin we've had across the way.
Well, they've got a wrap now around the head of Jack Bauer of Hunter Central, stopping that blood flow from above his right eye. And we'll go back to it with 15 seconds to go. He has a 3-1 lead over Hunter Reinhardt of Voorhees. Bauer tries to underhook the left shoulder. Stays with that underhook, controlling the upper right elbow. Reinhardt trying to spin around behind him, and he will run out of time. It is a 3-1 decision for the top seed, Jack Bauer of Hunter Central, over Hunter Reinhardt of Voorhees, and we will have another 1-2 matchup. We are 4 for 4 in the seeds, another 1-2 matchup at 126.
Now starting across the way at 132, Kaya Cement of Pope John, the 3 seed, and AJ DeRosa of Delaware Valley, the 2 seed. They are working takedowns here just underway.
All right, the coaches have decided to move across the way, and if your view and our camera's view was blocked for a little bit, we hope to have that cleaned up now and be able to at least a little more clearly show you the rest of the semifinal action. 132 pounds, Travis Jones of Phillipsburg, senior 15-2 top seed, facing Chris Wong of Sparta, senior 14-4. He is the 4 seed. And on the other mat, we have Kaya Cement, the 3 seed from Pope John, and the 2 seed, AJ DeRosa of Delaware Valley. Jones is in behind and drops Huang to the mat for a takedown. Jones is on top 2-0. And off they go. They'll go back to the center.
I want to thank the coaches for reorganizing things on the fly for us.
Jones with a right-hand tight waist. Frank Leitner is the referee for this bout. Joe Benvenuto assisting. Jones working a hazard. 1 count, 2, 3. 1 count, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Jones will have 3 back points coming if he fails to stick Chris Wong. Wong bellies down, 3 back points for Jones. He leads 5-0. Jones maintaining control of the right wrist, trying to pull the left wrist through the crotch and stack up Wong. Let's go with the wrist. Jones riding out the left side. Wong taking control of Jones's left wrist, so he can't lock up anything. These are down to 30 seconds to go here in the first. Jones hooks the near leg. Now working a hazard. And a 1 count, 2. Gonna get 2 back points. Jones gets the 2. On the hazard tilt, leads 7-0. Trying to load up another hazard, reaching back now with a right-hand 5-pry. And the first period is over. Travis Jones at Phillipsburg on top, 7-0 after 1. Of the, just momentarily, Bob, of the 5 bouts now, the top seeds, only 1 has given up a first period point.
Caius Cement of Pope John chooses down to start the second period. He is the 3 seed. A.J. DeRosa of Delaware Valley, the 2 seed. That's the other match at 132, and they are scoreless. Started
neutral in the second. Jones near a takedown. Wong has control of Jones's right leg, reaching for his left, but Jones is draped over top. Jones has a leg hooked. Jones has a takedown. He's got a claw on the left shoulder. It is stopped potentially dangerous by Frank Leitner. And on the takedown, it's 9-0 Travis Jones of Phillipsburg. Jones, one of 6 Stateliner semifinalists. Wong getting set. Jones maintaining control, riding out the left side, reaching for a cross-face cradle. Now we're trying to pull the left wrist through the, he's got the left arm barred behind him. And takes the claw on the right shoulder. 1 count, that's all. Minute 10 here to go. Jones now working a hazard. 1 count, 2, 3, 4. Don't think, nope, Frank only got to 4. That's 2 back points for Jones. And he leads 11-0 here in the second. Jones with his weight draped on the back of Wong. Wong, one of 4 finalists for Sparta, and I think they got the other 3 through in the 3 out of the first 4 weight classes. Final 30 seconds here of the second with Jones dominating 11-0. Jones just trying to elevate him. Picks up on the far ankle, trying to break down Wong. 10 seconds to go here in the second. Jones weight high in the back of Wong. The second period comes to an end with Jones on top 11-0.
No score in the other bout at 132. A.J. DeRosa choosing bottom to start the third period. Caius Stewart of Pope John chose bottom at the second, but was not able to escape.
We have a little blood flow from Chris Wong of Sparta. And I think Cement just put DeRosa on his back.
Yes, Caius Cement just put a bar in to get DeRosa on his back. And going to get at least 3 back points as they are near the edge. And there they go, 3 back points for Caius Cement of Pope John. He takes a 3-0 lead over A.J. DeRosa of Delaware Valley with a minute to go in the match.
Going to do a little mat cleanup. Sparta does have 3 Stewarts in the finals at 113, 120, and 126. Jones will be underneath here in the third. And Wong went from the optional start, went to the tackle. Jones trying to get him in a sitting position, and Jones has a reversal and leads 13-0. Jones with a right-hand tight waist. See if we can get a couple of back points and put an early end to this one at 132. Wong on his knees at the edge and across. They go off the mat in front of State Liner coaches Dave Post and Brad Gensel.
20 seconds to go across the way at 132. Kaya Cement of Pope John with a 3-0 lead over Delaware Valley's A.J. DeRosa.
Here's an escape for Wong. 13-1, Jones. Jones in on the left leg at the edge of the mat. Wong controlling Jones's left wrist, and they go off neutral in 1:07.
Final at 132, Pope John's Kaya Cement using a third period bar for a 3-0 victory over Delaware Valley's A.J. DeRosa. Cement the 3 seed, beating DeRosa the 2 seed.
1 minute to go in the bout. Travis Jones of Phillipsburg on top, 13-1. Barrel roll by Jones. Wong trying to hang on to Jones's left ankle. He has that leg atop his back. Jones walked across. Still no advantage here as he's got Jones's leg. Jones going to turn around the other way, pick up a leg, has the takedown. Jones is on top, 15-1. Under 20 seconds to go in the back. He cuts him, 15-2. Jones is in on the leg, trying to convert a double. Trying to stay locked to the crotch. He got the takedown with 4 seconds to go, and that's a technical fall for Travis Jones, 17-2 in 5:56.
Underway at 138 across the way. 100 Central's Anthony Romanello, the 3 seed, and Eric Fellini, the 7 seed from Lenape Valley. They are working takedowns with 1:14 to go in the first period.
138, I will be watching the top seed, Jojo Aragona of Pope John and Evan Klimas of North Hunterdon.
Romanello just secured a takedown, so he takes a 2-0 lead.
On deck mat 152.
Aragona, defending champ, is the top-ranked wrestler in the state. In on the right leg quickly, and a takedown for Aragona to go up 2-0, and some back points coming. Aragona's a senior. He is 21-0. Klimas, a junior, is 14-4. Aragona with the right arm pulled across and under the chin on Klimas. Klimas rolls on through. There's the 3 back points for Aragona. He leads 5-0. An escape for Klimas. 5-1. Aragona with a takedown. 7-1. Aragona fall in 44 seconds over Sage G. Giuseppe of Vernon in the first round, a 23-8 technical fall over Phillipsburg's Luke Harden in the quarterfinals. 30 seconds to go here in the first. 7-1 lead for Jojo Aragona of Pope John. As the right arm barred. Weight high on the back of Klimas. Keeps that bar. Now trying to pull the right wrist through the crotch. He wants to elevate Klimas. Klimas frees the right arm. And as the first period ends, Aragona of Pope John is on top, 7-1.
The other bout at 138, Anthony Romanello of Hunterdon Central up 4-1 in the second period over Eric Feleni of Lenape Valley. Romanello with a pair of takedowns in the first period.
Klimas choosing top in the second. Aragona set. He is out right away. And Aragona leads 8-1. Aragona tries to snap down on the head. Has a takedown. Aragona leads 10-1 here in the second. Trying to lock up a cross-face cradle. Riding out the left side. And there's an escape for Klimas. 10-2. Spinning around for a takedown is Aragona, and then he will quickly let Klimas go. The takedown made it 12-1. The escape makes it 12-3. Aragona has 4 takedowns, 3 back points and an escape. Klimas dove in. Aragona fought that off, spun around behind. With the takedown, he goes up 14-3, and he's got some back points. 2, says referee Joe Benvenuto, a 2 count. Back points makes it 16-3. And 2 more back would end it, trying to tilt Klimas to his right. 1 count. Klimas rolls on through. 10 seconds to go here in the second. Aragona going to be content to ride out this second period. He is ahead 16-3 after 2. Klimas, it's going to be Aragona's choice.
Anthony Romanello up 4-1 as they go into the third period. Romanello of Hunterdon Central against Eric Feleni of Lenape Valley.
Aragona took neutral here in the third, looking for a takedown to wrap this one up, ahead 16-3. Dives in on a double, picks up Klimas, steps through, gets the takedown, 18-3, 4 minutes and 18 seconds for defending state champion Jojo Aragona. Pope John now with 4 finalists. And they came in with 6 in the semis.
Hunterdon Central's Anthony Romanello up 4-1. He's on the bottom in the third period. Actually just went through for a reversal, so make that 6-1 for Romanello with 1:18 to go.
I'll be watching Kyle Tino here on mat 1, the state liner senior, the top seed. He's 14-6, facing Chris Oster of Warren Hills, the 5 seed. He is a senior, 14-4. Power shrug attempted by Oster that he can't finish. Barry Jackson will be the referee for this one. Doug Hess assisting. Oster trying to get in on the right leg of Tino to pick that leg up, pull it through. And there's a take up. Now Tino sits, turns in. And Tino did a good job to fight off that takedown attempt by Chris Oster. They're off the mat neutral. Oster shoots in on Tino's right leg, not looking for a double. Tino cross faces him, comes around the left side. There's a roll by Oster and still no advantage. Oster locking hands behind the left knee of Tino's, draped over top. Tino picking up on the far ankle, trying to take Oster off his base, and a stalemate is called by referee Barry Jackson. We've got 55 seconds to go in the first. Tino with half a shot. Trying to work an arm drag or a Russian tie. Then tries, now he's in on the right leg behind the knee of Oster. Picks that leg up, and Tino has a takedown. Stateliner senior on top 2-0. Tino takes the left wrist. Final 10 seconds here at the first for Kyle Tino. Stalling call on Tino on top with 4.1 seconds to go. Oster getting set. Now Tino. Oster tries to roll, and that's the end of the first. A 2-0 lead for Kyle Tino of Phillipsburg here at 145.
Anthony Romanello of Hunterdon Central, the 3 seed, wins the other bout at 138. A 6-2 final over Eric Feleni of Lenape Valley. Romanello with a pair of first period takedowns and a reversal in the third.
And that'll be a 1-3 in that one. In the final at 138, Aragona of Pope John and Romanello of Hunterdon Central. Tino has an escape here in the second. He's up 3-0. Takedown for Tino. 5-0 lead on Oster. Tino controlling the left wrist and the right foot and ankle on Oster. Lets that go. Now trying to drive, has the arm pulled across. Has trying to get Oster off balance. Barry Jackson's looking in. Tino has him stacked up. Jackson looking in, and Oster's able to come off his back. 3 back points for Tino and an escape for Oster. The back points made it 8-0. The escape 8-1. Wrestlers circle each other to the right. 30 seconds to wrestle here in the second. Tino was third in this tournament a year ago. He's in on a double and takes down Oster, 10-1. Final 15 seconds here of the second. Kyle Tino has 3 takedowns, 3 back points, and an escape for his 10. Chris Oster of Warren Hills, 1 escape. It's 10-1 after 2.
The other bout at 145, they are scoreless between Hunterdon Central's Vince Romanello and Matt Garcia of Pope John. Garcia, the 3 seed, Romanello, the 2. Romanello had some injury time because of a knee issue, but they are back underway with 20 seconds to go in the first.
Oster choosing the top in the third. Tino tried to crawl away from him on the whistle. Oster reaching inside for a wrist. Tino comes out and has a reversal, and he leads 12-1. Tino with the claw on the right shoulder. Tino takes the left wrist. 30 seconds gone here in the third. Tino claws that right shoulder again. Riding out the left side on Oster. Tino will push him away. On the escape, it is 12-2. Diving in on the right leg, locking his hands behind the right thigh is Oster. Tino trying to flatten him out and spin around to his left. Tino has control of the right leg underneath Oster. Oster trying to keep those hands locked. As Barry Jackson looks in, calls a stalemate at 25 seconds to go.
Still scoreless across the way at 145. Garcia of Pope John, Romanello of Hunterdon Central.
Looking for a headlock was Oster, can't get it. $10 to go in this one. And Phillipsburg's Kyle Tino, who had a hard quarter, winning 4-2, will win his semi by major decision, 12-2 over Chris Oster of Warren Hills.
Matt Garcia of Pope John hit a headlock to go up 3-1 over Vince Romanello. Romanello escaped now 3-1. 30 seconds to go, second period.
Top seed Cody Harrison for Phillipsburg here on mat 1 at 152. The senior is 14-1, facing junior Sean Kramer of Hopatcong, the 5 seed. He is 9-4. Diving in on a double is Harrison. Picks him up, dumps him down. Harrison has a takedown, has barred the left arm. Has 3 back points coming as he tries to stack up Sean Kramer. Body press on, now trying to get chest to chest with Kramer as he has that left arm barred. Got a little bit too far out in front. Scrambles around back to maintain control. But a 5-point play, and Harrison's on top 5-0. He is the top ranked wrestler in the state at this weight class. Bars the right arm. Harrison driving that, body press. Doug Hess, the referee, looking in as Harrison gets chest to chest with Sean Kramer of Hopatcong. Snaps him back at the right shoulder. Doug Hess looking in, and the fall for Harrison in 1:06. Cody Harrison with the fall, and I think that is career win number 100 for Cody Harrison. And he'll be in the final at 152.
Across the way at 145, Pope John's Matt Garcia, the 3 seed, is up 9-1 over 2 seed Vince Romanello of Hunterdon Central.
And that is, excuse me, Bob, that is the 100th career win for Cody Harrison. You stay with that one, Bob.
So they are neutral here in the third period with 45 seconds to go. Garcia having chosen bottom and getting a quick escape. He had a second period takedowns and a pair of back points as he now scores another takedown to go up 11-1. Used a headlock in the second, and then might have been a headlock again for 3 back points each time. So with 20 seconds to go now, Garcia up 11-1 as he is riding easily. They had a scoreless first period, Romanello having a knee issue. The second period is where Garcia started to assert himself with back points and a takedown. And time will expire, so it's an 11-1 victory for Pope John's Matt Garcia, the 3 seed. He advances to the finals over Vince Romanello of Hunterdon Central, the 2 seed.
All right, so I'll be watching on mat 2. TJ Abode for Phillipsburg going out, and we just had a fall. That's Wilson of North Hunterdon, a winner by fall in 1:13 at 160. Michael Wilson, the top seed. winner by fall. So TJ Abode will be coming out for Phillipsburg on mat 2. And Abode is facing the 2 seed, Rob Fletcher of North Warren. Or correction, if the Fletcher's Newton. And that is not the Abode match on mat number 2.
That's DeRosa McCarthy.
Got a takedown here on mat 1 with Fawcett of North Hunterdon just got a takedown here at 170. He is on top 2-0. Nathaniel Fawcett is a junior, 7-2, the top seed, facing Matt Brander of Voorhees here on mat 1. The 5 seed, he's a senior, 11-3.
So 152 across the way. It's McCarthy of Newton up 2-0 over Anthony DeRosa of Del Val.
An escape for Brandner. 2-1. Fawcett of North Hunterdon over Brandner of Voorhees. As they go off the mat, back to the center. Doug Hess is the referee for this bout. Frank Leitner is assisting. Circle each other to the right. The winner of that McCarthy-DeRosa bout on mat 2 will face Phillipsburg's Cody Harrison in the finals. And McCarthy, the second-ranked wrestler. That could be a 1-2. "35 seconds to wrestle here in the first on mat 1 with Fawcett on top of Brandner 2-1. There's a takedown for Fawcett. He leads 4-1. Look, he has a cradle, but can't lock his hands, and they're off right in front of the scorer's table at 13 seconds to go in the first.
So Wyatt McCarthy with a pair of turns to go up 6-0 over Anthony DeRosa as they will start the second period.
Brandner stands, trying to pull those hands apart. Turns in. Fawcett dove in on the right leg to maintain control. As the first period comes to an end with Fawcett on top 4-1 after 1. Brandner going underneath to start the second. Right hand tight waist, left elbow. There's a caution called on Brandner. Doug Hess starts him. North Hunterdon in the black and gold singlet. That's a gold Voorhees. And the escape for Brandner. 4-2 Fawcett here in the second. And off they go in front of the scorer's table. Back to the center, minute 31. Circle each other. Brandner was looking for a front head and arm, and Fawcett wanted no part of that. Voorhees coach Eric Hall, and the chairs across the way, Chris Runke, and the chairs for North Hunterdon to our left. 1 minute to wrestle here in the second. 6-2 lead, and there's a takedown for Fawcett. Now up 8-2, trying to drive Brandner to his back, has back points coming. And Brandner able to belly down. That is a 4-point play for Fawcett. And he leads it 10-2. Escape for Brandner, 10-3. Under 30 seconds to go in the second. Fawcett the top seed and Brandner the 5. Brandner trying to work a front head and arm, and they're off at 14.8 seconds.
Newton's Wyatt McCarthy up 10-1 as the second period nears the end over Anthony DeRosa of Delaware Valley.
Brandner and Fawcett work for hand and wrist control. And we are through 2. It is 10-3 Fawcett. Fawcett trying to become North Hunterdon's second finalist. 160-pound Mike Wilson, the top seed, is already in. Brandner on top here in the third. Fawcett stands. Brandner picks him up on the mat return. Takes control of the right wrist. Left hand tight waist. Head in the side on Fawcett. Fawcett to his knees, broken back down by Brandner. Brandner able to control Fawcett here, but has not come close to turning him here. 50 seconds into the third. Brandner takes the right wrist. Wraps that tight waist around Fawcett's right side. Chopped at the right elbow to break him back down. Under 50 seconds to go in the bout. Fawcett will get off. He'll get a fresh start at 46 seconds to go.
Wyatt McCarthy now up 13-2 at 152 over Anthony DeRosa.
Right hand tight waist, left elbow. Fawcett tried to stand. Brandner with a right hand thigh pry. Fawcett's almost out, but then Brandner grabbed the right leg, picks up that leg. They're off the mat back to the center at 32. So again, Brandner's been able to maintain control, but can't do anything with him. Fawcett gets set. Tries to stand. Brandner brings him back down. Reaches inside for the right wrist. Trying a 2-on-1 on that right wrist. 15 seconds to go in the bout. Tries pressure on the head, looking for a drive a power half. 3 seconds to go. And that'll be a 10-3 decision for Nathaniel Fawcett of North Hunterdon into the finals, the top seed at 170.
Wyatt McCarthy of Newton with a 20-6, and that is the final, as he worked a bunch of takedowns over Anthony DeRosa. So McCarthy of Newton, the 2 seed, advances to face Cody Harrison in the finals at 152.
That's Phillipsburg, that's Newton's first finalist, Phillipsburg's third. And we'll be watching mat 2. It'll be TJ Abode of Phillipsburg. Abode, the 6th seed, facing Rob Fletcher of North Warren, the 2 seed. Fletcher is a junior, 12-8. Abode is a senior, 11-7.
Mat 1, 195. Charlie Everly, Voorhees,
Bode with that wrap on his left elbow. Bode, the 6th seed, knocked off the 3. Nick Hildebrandt of Warren Hills 14-6 in the quarterfinals. Takedown for Bode. Leads 2-0. Bode sinks the left leg in. Reaches for the inside for the left wrist. On mat 1, we have the battle with the top seed. That's Zach Mafaro of Kittatinny and Jonathan Morris of High Point. So they're a couple of weight classes ahead on mat 1. Bode picks up the far ankle here on mat 2. Off the mat they go with Bode in control and 38 seconds to go in the first. Fletcher getting set in the North Warren blue and white. Bode in a predominantly garnet singlet in this semifinal round. Fletcher stands. Bode picks him up on the mat return, maintains control. 20 seconds to wrestle here in the first. Bode with an early first period takedown, but he's not been able to do anything with Fletcher. Fletcher stands, and Bode picks him up, brings him back down. Final 5 seconds. Bode wrapping that tight waist around his right side, and TJ Abode of Phillipsburg has a 2-0 lead after 1.
Zach Mafaro just hit a reversal here early in the second period. So he will be up 12-2 over Jonathan Morris of High Point.
TJ Abode of Phillipsburg underneath to start the second. Reaching around for the right leg, comes up. Abode's trying to get a reversal here. Picks up Fletcher, steps through. Abode has a reversal. And Fletcher's able to belly down on the reversal. Abode is ahead 4-0. Did a good job of riding in the first. Now trying to do that here in the second. At the edge of the mat in front of the scorer's table across the way. Abode reaches for the right wrist. Wraps that tight waist around Fletcher's right side. And they're off the mat. This is Joe Benvenuto. We're back to the center in 1:10 to go in the second. Phillipsburg with 3 finalists. Travis Jones, Kyle Tino, Cody Harrison. Abode, TJ Abode trying to be the 4th. Picks up Fletcher, returns him to the mat. I'm sorry, that's not, Joe Benvenuto is not the official. Joe's here on mat number 1. Abode trying to maintain control here. 40 seconds to go. Riding out the right side. That has stopped a stalemate called at 29 seconds. Fletcher stands. Abode standing behind him. Fletcher down on one knee, stands again. Abode trying to pick him up. Goes to the 2-leg tackle at the edge, and they're off at 13 seconds to go here in the second. Fletcher underneath. He's the lone semifinalist for North Warren. Patriots now in District 2. Fletcher stands. Brought back, there's the mat return by Abode. And we are through 2. TJ Abode of Phillipsburg on top, 4-0. It's going to be Fletcher's choice in the third.
At 182, Zach Mafaro of Kittatinny, the top seed, up 18-5 in the third period with blood time for Jonathan Morris of High Point.
Fletcher chose neutral in the third. Abode in on the right leg, behind the knee. Abode has his hands locked behind the right thigh. Fletcher trying to pull that apart at the left elbow and pick up on the right ankle of Abode to take him off his base. Stalemate's called at 1:16 to go in the bout. Circle each other. Abode with a 4-0 lead. First period takedown. Second period reversal. Arm drag attempted by Fletcher that he can't finish. They break apart under 50 seconds to go in the bout. Circle each other to the right. Fletcher has to be the aggressor here, trailing. Bode could be near a stalling call here as they're at the edge of the mat in front of the North Warren coaches. Under 30 seconds to go in this one. Off they go at 21 seconds. So Phillipsburg's TJ Abode, the 6th seed, now 15 seconds away from being in the finals. Trying to get in on a double as he tries to drive through on Fletcher. Fletcher arching his back. He wants a headlock. Abode's able to fight that off. There's a stalling warning on Abode with 2 seconds to go. TJ Abode of Phillipsburg is in the finals. A 4-0 decision at 160. He will face the top seed, Mike Wilson of North Hunterdon, in the finals.
Zach Mafaro wins at 182 of Kittatinny. He's the top seed at 22-7 Tech Fall in 4:58 over Jonathan Morris of High Point.
All right, we have at 170, we've got Del Val Hunterdon Central final on mat 2, and I'll be watching mat 1. This is Jake Wicks of Phillipsburg, the 6th seed. He is a junior, 13-6, facing James Holder of North Hunterdon, the 2 seed, a sophomore. He is 18-5. 30 seconds in, no advantage. Wrestlers break apart. It's a much taller James Holder of North Hunterdon in the black. Little lion's paw on the back of the singlet. Wicks in the predominantly white Phillipsburg singlet across the chest. The Phillipsburg in garnet liners in the back. Trying to get in on the left leg is Holder, and they are off the mat back to the center. Joe Benvenuto, the referee for this one. Barry Jackson assisting. Wicks trying to control the left arm on Holder. This could be a preview match of North Hunterdon coming up on Wednesday night in the Lions Den in Annandale. The Hanover Park match, Phillipsburg Hanover Park, Wicks was looking for barrel roll, couldn't finish. Hanover Park match, originally scheduled for Thursday, will be on Tuesday here at Phillipsburg High School. Phillipsburg and Hanover Park on Tuesday here. We'll have all the action for you at approximately 6:50 on the Stateliners Sports Network. Final 5 seconds. Wicks tried to get in on a leg, and they are off at 2.6 seconds. First period ends scoreless here at 182. Jake Wicks of Phillipsburg, James Holder of North Hunterdon.
Likewise, scoreless across the way at 170. Hunterdon Central's Dan Famato and Shane Ramsey of Del Val, the 2 seed.
Holder underneath to start the second. Wicks spinning with him. Tries to underhook the left shoulder. Wants to run a half in the left side. Holder picks that off. Wicks with a right hand tight waist. Loses the left wrist. Reaches in for that left wrist again. Weight high on the back of Holder. Wicks wants to chop at that left elbow. Taking the right wrist with over 30 seconds gone. Now gets his weight high on the back of Holder with that left wrist. Holder fights to his knees. Wicks breaks him down again. He's trying to hammerlock that left wrist. Maintaining control of it. Dave Post, Brian Kopeski in the chairs for Phillipsburg across the way, shouting instructions to Wicks. There's a stalling warning on Holder. First warning for stalling. Wicks with a right hand thigh pry, reaching for that left wrist. There's a stalemate. That's with 35 seconds to go. Holder still underneath. Holder will get set. Now Jake Wicks. Holder tries to stand. Wicks maintains control of him. 30 seconds gone. Or excuse me, 30 seconds left in the second. Jake Wicks a fall in 59 seconds over the 11 seed Zach Tong of Voorhees in the first round. And then a fall in 4:24 over the 3 seed Kyle Barrett of Hunterdon Central, a senior, who came in at 10-4 in the quarterfinals. Final 7 seconds here. Holder stands. Wicks able to stay behind him, and he will ride out the period. Jake Wicks rides out the second, so we go to the third. No score, and Wicks choosing underneath.
Across the way at 170, Del Val's Sean Ramsey with an escape in the second period, then a takedown with a bear hug put Dan Famato of Hunterdon Central to his back. So he's up 6-0.
Wicks stands, tears at the hands, he's out. Jake Wicks of Phillipsburg has a 1-0 lead here in the third. Wicks, the 6th seed, trying to become the second 6th seeded Stateliner to make the finals. TJ Abode did at 160. They're off back to the center. The winner of this one will face the top seed, Zach Mafaro of Kittatinny. Wicks had a 3-2 bout with Mafaro on Thursday night. Wicks trying to get in on double, and a whizzer put in by Holder. They're off neutral at 1:22.
Trailing 6-0, Dan Famato of Hunterdon Central chooses neutral to start the third period against Sean Ramsey of Del Val.
Wrestlers are tied up. Wicks looking for an inside tie here. Wrestlers break apart. 1 minute to go in the bout. Holder trying to drive through on a double. Wicks able to fight him off. 58 seconds to go in the bout. They tie up in the center. Jake Wicks bidding to become Phillipsburg's fifth finalist. They've had a good round here. They are 4 for 4 off the mat at 42 seconds.
Delaware Valley's Sean Ramsey solidly in control across the way. Minute to go, 6-zip over Dan Famato.
.30 seconds to go as Holder tries to drive through on that double, and Wicks sprawls. Wicks looking for a front head and arm. Spins around behind, an off the mat, no advantage. Dave Post's asking for help from Barry Jackson, and there's the takedown. Dave Post said he had two hands on the mat, and Barry Jackson helping out. Joe Benvenuto will give Wicks the takedown after the very brief discussion, and it's 3-0 Wicks with 19 seconds to go. I think Dave Post knew that Barry Jackson saw it and was immediately asking for an appeal. Final 10 seconds. And Jake Wicks becomes Phillipsburg's 5th finalist. 3-0 at 182 over the 2 seed, James Holder of North Hunterdon.
Sean Ramsby of Delaware Valley wins 6-zip at 170 over Dan Famato of Hunterdon Central. All the points coming in the second period. An escape and bear hug for takedown and back points. So Ramsby, the 2 seed, advances.
Sorry, Bob, what was that final?
That is 6-zip Sean Ramsey.
Ramsby and North Hunterdon's Fawcett. Still Val's first finalist. So at 195, we'll be watching on mat 2, Austin Roth of Phillipsburg and Anthony DePaulo of Delaware Valley. And a quick takedown for Austin Roth. He's on top 2-0. Roth, the top seed, a senior, is 11-5. DePaulo is the 13 seed. He is a senior, 6-6. He is the lowest seed to make it to the finals. It's semifinals, excuse me. 6-2 decision over J.T. Zimmerman of Vernon, the 4 seed, in the first round, and then a 5-3 decision over Liam Tipton of Belvedere in the quarterfinals. Roth has the left arm barred, trying to turn DePaulo to his right. Hooks the left leg. He's also cupped under the chin, and it stopped potentially dangerous. Just under a minute to go in the first.
The other bout at 195, Charlie Eberly of Voorhees, the 3 seed, and Gaboro of North Hunterdon, the 2, and they are scoreless with 30 seconds to go in the first.
Rothwood is riding out the left side, takes the right wrist. Under 40 seconds to go here in the first. Roth has that left arm barred. He's been in control, but so far not able to turn DePaulo. Ten seconds to go here in the first. And Roth will ride out. He has a 2-0 lead after 1.
The other bout at 195, scoreless after 1. Ian Gaboro of North Hunterdon chooses down to start the second period against Charlie Eberly of Voorhees. And Gaboro quickly scores a reversal.
I think we're getting some blood time for DePaulo. In case you just joined us, semifinal winners, 106, Brett Enger of Hunterdon Central, Shane Pursley of Pope John, 113, Quinn Malofchik of Belvedere, Cooper Stewart of Sparta, 120, Eddie Ventresca of Pope John, Spencer Stort of Sparta. 126, Jack Bauer of Hunterdon Central, Garrett Stort of Sparta. And winner by default, Austin Roth is going to win that, so that was not blood time, that was injury time. And Austin Roth is going to win by injury default in 2 minutes. That's over Anthony DiPaolo of Delaware Valley. So Phillipsburg goes 6 for 6 in the round.
Ian Gaboro now up 2-1 over Charlie Eberly. Gaboro of North Hunterdon with a reversal here in the second period, and then an escape by Eberly. And Gaboro just gets a takedown near the edge, horsing around behind Eberly. So he is now up 4-1 with 20 seconds to go here in the second. Gaboro in the dark uniform, Eberly in the red and gold on the bottom. So near the edges, he's holding on a 2-1, and time will expire.
Finishing that semifinal recap here, Bob. 132, Travis Jones of Phillipsburg in the finals against Caius Cement of Pope John. 138, Jojo Aragona of Pope John against Anthony Romanello of Hunterdon Central. 145, Kyle Tino of Phillipsburg. Matt Garcia of Pope John. 152, Cody Harrison of Phillipsburg. Wyatt McCarthy of Newton. 160, Mike Wilson of North Hunterdon. TJ Abode of Phillipsburg. 170, Nathaniel Fawcett of North Hunterdon. And Sean Ramsby of Delaware Valley. 182, Zach Mafaro of Kittatinny. And Jake Wicks of Phillipsburg.
It's now underway in the third period here. Gaboro with a 4-2 lead over Eberly, as Eberly chose bottom to start the third, and Gaboro immediately cut him. And they circle with 1.5 minutes to go. Gaboro, the 2 seed, a junior, 11-4. Eberly, the 8 seed from Voorhees, a senior, 12-7. As they circle back towards the center of the mat. Underhook for Gaboro. And they come back apart.
I'm keeping track on mat 2. That's Sam Huff of Voorhees, the 3 seed, a senior, 16-3. Nick Gauk of Warren Hills, the 2 seed, is a senior, 15-2. They have no score. They've wrestled at 1:15.
Minute to go now at 195 as they circle near the edge. Referees trying to prompt a little bit more action as there has been no scoring here in the third period. Once Gaboro cut Eberly to start it. 30 seconds now to go as Eberly looked to duck under, and they're back apart. Gaboro of North Hunterdon with a 4-2 lead as they lock up again. Hand control for Gaboro. Break apart now with 20 seconds to go. And despite needing to be more aggressive here, Eberly has not been. Now they lock up again, back apart, under 10. Eberly shoots, Gaboro blocks him off, circles around behind. He gets the takedown, and it will be a 6-2 final for Ian Gaboro of North Hunterdon, the 2 seed. He advances to the finals over Voorhees' Charlie Eberly.
And he will face Phillipsburg's Austin Roth. And that's another 1-2 battle. Gaboro is North Hunterdon's 3rd finalist. All right, we'll stay with mat 2, whereas we start the second. Scoreless between Nick Gauka of Warren Hills and Sam Huff of Voorhees, and then we have an escape for Huff here in the second. He leads 1-0. Huff is a 3 seed. He had a first round bye and then won by medical forfeit in the second round. So this is actually his first real mat appearance of the day. Gauka had a fall in 5:34 over Phillipsburg's Gage Horvath in the quarters. Galka had the closest takedown shot late in the first. Russ Scarice is the referee for this bout. They are off, no advantage, and 1:07 to go in the second. Galka trying to work a Russian tie. Huff breaks out of that. There's a stalling warning against Sam Huff of Voorhees.
Now underway at 220, Luke Fisher of Newton, the top seed, against Jacob Mafaro, the 4 seed from Kittatinny.
First warning for stalling.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the conclusion of this round, the finals will be on mat 1. The third place match.
In on the right leg is Galka. Galka has a takedown, and he has a 2-1 lead.
Finals on mat 1, third place on mat 2, fifth place on mat 3, warm-up mat on mat 4.
Galka trying to work a power half. Going to go right to the finals after this round. Galka trying to bar the right arm, and he will lead 2-1 after 2.
Jake Mafaro of Kittatinny up 2-1 over Luke Fisher of Newton at 220, as they have 30 seconds to go in period number 1, wrestling neutral.
There's an escape in the third here for Galka. And Galka leads 3-1 here in the third, and the work takedowns. The only takedown belonged to Galka in the second. Galka reaching for a leg. "40 seconds gone here in the third. Galka again reaches for a leg. He's been the aggressor, especially in these last 2 periods. 1 minute to go. Galka looking to be the first Warren Hills finalist. His teammate Duro Ajayi, the second seed, coming up at 285. Of course, in his weight class, he has the defending state champion from Voorhees, and that being Luis Fernandez. Galka quickly in on a double. Huff sprawls. Then Huff tried to spin around to Galka's right. Galka shoots in on him at the edge of the mat. They're off with 34 seconds remaining. Stalling is called on Huff. That will give Galka a point. And it is 4-1 with 20. I thought that was the second time that Huff was hit. There is nothing going up on the scoreboard across the way. Huff tries to spin around. Now I think they're going to put that point up there. Yep, 4-1. It is 4-1, Galka. Coach Sabrisha quick to catch that one. It's over. 4-1 decision for Nick Galka of Warren Hills over Sam Huff of Voorhees at 220.
Jake Mafaro leading 2-1 over Newton's Luke Fisher, the top seed, although Fisher just put Mafaro to his back with a cradle. 30 seconds to go here in the second period. Mafaro chose down, was not able to get away, and Fisher has just put him to his back. He will get 3 back points. So that puts Fisher up 4-2 in an advantage-changing move.
Mat 2, we have the defending state champion, Luis Fernandez of Voorhees, and Jackson Cron, the 5th seed from Kittatinny.
Second period done now, 4-2, Fisher in the advantage, and they will go neutral in period 1.
Fernandez has a takedown, Bob, and working a power half to turn Cron to his right. Cron driving that, or Fernandez driving that power half. He has Cron on his back and gets the fall in 47 seconds for the top seed, Lou Fernandez.
Luke Fisher now up 7-2 with a minute and a half to go in the bout. He was cut loose by Mafaro to start the third and quickly scored a takedown. So where it looked like Mafaro early, Fisher has rallied.
We are down to our final 2 semis. Stalling is called there on Fisher. We have another 285 battle between Joyce of Hunterdon Central and Ajayi of Warren Hills. Although I don't see either one of them at the moment. And we do have an open mat on mat 2.
Ajayi's hard to miss.
Yeah.
The big fella. So Luke Fisher riding fairly comfortably here with 45 seconds to go. Up 7-2. Fisher, the top seed from Newton, a senior, 13-0. Mafaro, the 4 seed from Kittatinny, a junior, 8-1. As Fisher riding high now, and Mafaro trying to face him, but Fisher will hang on the back leg. Will probably be comfortable with a stalemate here with 15 seconds coming up, and it is stalemated. So Fisher continues to ride here in the third period. 14 seconds to go. Mafaro with the initial takedown, but it has been all Fisher since then. Now caution on Fisher as he starts to ride. Second caution. Not that I've ever seen 2 cautions come quite so quickly. Now they're back underway. Fisher sticks a leg in. Mafaro tries to reach behind. Fisher squares around. Mafaro trying to come out the back, but time's probably expired here, and it does. So a 7-3 final for Luke Fisher. And the top seed from Newton advances to the finals.
That's Fisher of Newton and Galka of Warren Hills at 220. Newton's second finalist, Warren Hills first. And now we come to the final bout of the semifinals. This will be Doro Ajayi of Warren Hills. He's the 2 seed. He is a senior, 17-1, facing Ryan Joyce of Hunterdon Central, the 3 seed, a senior, 11-3. Frank Leitner will be the referee for this one. We'll be taking a short break at the end of this one, folks, because we've got some we have some paperwork we're going to have to do in order to get ready for the finals, and hopefully they give us 5 minutes to do that anyway. No advantage. They've wrestled 30 seconds. Joyce looking for a bear hug. I don't know if he's going to be able to jack up Ajayi. Break apart. Ajayi, a winner in the quarters, 7-2 over Phillipsburg's Cody Krutz. Joyce, a winner by fall in 1:55 over Zachary Dora from Wallkill Valley. Under 45 seconds to go, scoreless first.
This is all just hand control here, Mike. Neither one of them coming close to taking a shot.
Joyce in on the left leg, trying to pick that left leg up behind the knee. He's down on one knee, now up on his toes trying to circle Ajayi. Ajayi trying to sprawl, and they're neutral, says Frank Leitner. They're off the mat at 17 seconds.
Joyce did initiate, but did not have Ajayi off balance there, and it takes a lot of strength to lift one of Doro's legs.
106, championship bout.
Off they go at 7.6 seconds. Warning for stalling against Ajayi. First period ends, scoreless. Joyce will be underneath to start the second. We may not take any 5-minute break after this. We might not have one to take. But we'll scramble. We'll make do. There's an escape. 1-0 lead for Joyce here in the second. Ajayi trying to snap down on the head of Joyce. Maintains control. 45 seconds into the second. Ajayi trying to snap down on the head of Joyce. This was just kind of pushing in on each other. Joyce trying to take Ajayi, and they're off the mat at 55 seconds. Wrestlers to tie up in the center. Under 45 seconds to wrestle here in the second. Ajayi reaching for the right leg of Joyce, picks that leg up, and he lost his balance, and Joyce has the takedown. Joyce is on top 3-0, and they're off at 26 seconds. So it was Ajayi's shot, but he got off balance, and Joyce got the takedown. Ajayi will be underneath. He's set. Right hand tight waist. Ajayi is out. It's 3-1. Only stalling warning is Ajayi's, so he'll start underneath in the third if he can get out that quickly, but he's going to need a takedown after surrendering a takedown to Joyce here in the second. Final 5 seconds. Off they go, and as the period ends, so we will go to the third with Joyce leading Ajayi 3-1.